Alright, so I'm moving out because, if you stand in a car for too long, people start talking to you. So this is a continuation. So, Enobarbus, what he found different, what I found to be different about his speech is that he witnessed something magical, something mysterious, and he felt the need to tell this story to Maecenas and Agrippa because he really witnessed something. There was something magical in the air when he's talking about the winds. We're lovesick with them, the sweet and the sense of the air. There were waves. There was something going on that was magical that changed Enobarbus's life forever, and it changed especially Antony's life forever, and he would never be the same and never forget it. So that's all I had to just sum up real quick. That we went from something that is completely, oh, I'm just showing off to you guys because, Egypt is so much cooler than Rome, which you can definitely, I think, is a fairly reasonable interpretation that Rome and, they eventually take over Egypt, and, at the end of the play, and Antony and Cleopatra's games don't work, or war battle plans, and they should have fought them on land rather than the Battle of Atrium. But so anyway, Enobarbus, he witnessed something which I think is is now the way that I think about it, is that he witnessed something that he'll never forget, and he was just a bystander. And to just think of what Antony was witnessing must have been far more, magical. I mean, there was like vibrations in the air when he met Cleopatra that changed his life forever. So anyway, that's the way I think about that at the moment. And, I don't like comparing us to plays, tragedies, or I do, or I don't. I don't know. I mean, you pick and choose, there's some nice cherries, and they're bad cherries, and they're apples and peaches, and, you go there and you see which ones, you feel it around and you taste it. So anyway, before I go into what this means, and that's for us, I should just say that the main point is that the wonderful thing about Shakespeare is that you can have all these different interpretations, and they're all equally as valid as any other interpretation. And they hold up. All right. All equally as valid, but the issue is that in a few years, maybe a few months, I may have a different interpretation of all this, and I think it will be as relevant, and I can cite as much text, and I can be as articulate about it, even though I'm not too articulate about it right now, about what it means. So you can do that with, I think, almost any scene. There's no key. Professors, like all of them I've ever studied Shakespeare with, told me basically the same thing. There isn't one key to one door to Shakespeare. There are thousands of keys and thousands of doors to understanding Shakespeare. So, that's done. Now, what this means to us, I feel that we are, maybe there was some sort of vibrations, in the airs when you and I met. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe there was slow vibrations. But that's how I'd like to think about it. We met on the River Cydnus on some barges that were made out of gold, and there were people fanning you, and I was a leader of the Roman Empire, or part of the triumvirate, I guess. And we fell in love. So yes, sing. That's Desiree and Charles. Charles and Desiree. Yeah, it doesn't have the same ring as Antony and Cleopatra. Cleopatra. That's she's kind of crazy in the play, so I mean, we don't really want to. I don't. She's crazy. She's like stabbing people. Don't tell me Anthony is dead. And so this is that video that I just made for you, and now I'm going to turn it off somehow. Oh, maybe it's not working.